Festival.
We'll take any fall that we can get.
Any little fall, even if it's summer outside.
Because it felt like summer. The summer storms.
And it's still going to feel like it outside, even as we go into tomorrow. So pumpkin might make it feel a little bit more like fall.
Saw a lot of lightning out there. Very scary. But, you know, speaking of lightning, it's the first track and field world championships without Usain Bolt. All right, see what I did there? There's a new king of the 100-meter dash. We'll show you how an American won gold. Meanwhile, in Lexington, a VMI running back has a performance the school hasn't seen in over a decade, but was it enough for the victory? We'll show you how the cadets fared against Wofford. And UVA football making its first trip ever to South Bend, looking to improve to 5-0 at the expense of the Fighting Irish. We got highlights from the Cavaliers' clash against Notre Dame next. But first, your Hokie Minute on WFXR, your official local television home of the Virginia Tech Hokies.
Now, WFXR Sports with David DeGuzman.
A close call for Clemson that had the college football world talking. North Carolina nearly pulled off the upset over the #1 team in the country. Javonte Williams there got the Tar Heels within 1. And then UNC went for 2. Sam Howell, though, couldn't find enough real estate. The Tigers held on for the 21-20 win. UNC, by the way, future opponent for Virginia Tech. No team in the ACC has ever beaten a ranked Notre Dame squad in South Bend. Virginia trying to change that in their first ever visit to Notre Dame Stadium. The Cavaliers looking to improve to 5-0, while the Irish trying to bounce back from a loss at Georgia last week. Notre Dame ranked 10th in the country. The Wahoos coming in ranked 18th. And while they've been a second-half team all season, UVA making noise in the first half. Bryce Perkins throwing to Terrell Jana, finding a path through the red zone for a 43-yard gain, and that leads to this play on 3rd and goal. Perkins to Joe Reed for the opening salvo of the contest. The 6-yard score has Virginia in front, 7-0 in South Bend. To the second quarter, the Wahoos down by 4. It's Perkins once again. He fires this one to Hassis Dubois, a 39-yard grab that gets Bronco Mendenhall's squad past midfield. And then right before the halftime break, Perkins working that magic. It's Dubois again for the sweet 16-yard touchdown. Virginia in front, 17-14 at recess. The UVA QB completing 18 for 22, 235 yards and 2 scores in the first half. The second half, though, completely different story. First, it was Tony Jones Jr. taking this one, the short route up the middle to put the Irish in front, 21-17. And then Perkins completely shut down. He's stripped of the ball late in the third quarter and scooped up by Adunkunbo Okindiji. I practiced saying that name many times. He has the touchdown. The Fighting Irish with a double-digit lead, and things going from bad to worse for the UVA offense. Perkins looking downfield. He's picked off by Alohi Gilman, and UVA suffering its first loss of the year, 35-20, in its first visit ever to Notre Dame. In Lynchburg, Liberty hosting New Mexico. The Flames won this matchup in a shootout last year. Defense shining early in this one. Jimmy Folks able to come up with the interception in the end zone, keeping the game scoreless. Then later in the first quarter, Buckshot Calvert finding Antonio Gandy Golden. That's a familiar connection we've seen. LU on the board first. Just before the half, it's Calvert once again, fires this one over the crowd and into the hands of Jerome Jackson. Liberty with a 14-3 lead as the Flames securing their 3rd straight win, defeating the Lobos 17-10. Up in Lexington, VMI dealt with a 2-hour weather delay in the first quarter, but when the Cadets resumed play against Wofford, Foster Stadium showered with points from both teams. Final minute of the half, 3rd down Cadets. And Reese Udinsky launching a bomb to Javion Lara. A 55-yard gain keeps the drive alive and kicking. And then at the doorstep, Alex Ramsey finishes the drive, takes the toss into the end zone for the 2-yard score. VMI trailed by 11 at the half, and Ramsey finished with a career-high 207 yards. It's the first time since 2008 VMI had a 200-yard rusher. To the fourth quarter with 3:35 to go. Udinsky to Leroy Thomas to go wide. The Patrick Henry product hauling in the 4-yard touchdown, but VMI unable to catch up with Wofford, falling 51-36. Quick look at D3 scores. Randolph-Macon beating Ferrum 31-10, and Washington and Lee gets a 43-24 victory at Hampton-Sydney for the Generals' 3rd straight win. We'll finish up on the track. There's a new king of the sprints, American Christian Coleman, winning the men's 100-meter title at the World Championships in Doha today, running a blistering 9.76, earning the title of world's fastest man. Reigning world champion Justin Gatlin took silver, Canadian Andre DeGuzman earning bronze. These are all names we'll probably hear going into Tokyo, but Christian Coleman, wow. What a performance.
It's weird not to see Bolt up there. I mean, he's just been dominating for what feels like a decade now.
First meet since he retired, so this is the new crop that we'll get to see and watch in Tokyo.
Man, David with sports. Guys, thank you. We will see you on the other side of the break.